Good morning, everyone. Actually, I'm supposed shouldn't be here today. I should be in the next building down there in Fort because I'm a just PhD student. But as the professor said, I try to replace Mariano and help him to his presentation, to present you his project. So I just he couldn't join us because I have a serious back issues. So I'm just here today, and I'm so sorry for you because you are not able to share his vibes because always he is had so inspiring vibes, but I'm sure that I'll do all my best to replace him. So let's know each other just a bit. I'm, as I said, just a PhD student. Actually, I'm an architect, and after gain my master degree, I changed completely my path, and I choose to study psychology. And then these two disciplines actually works to do something for the well-being of us. I try to connect, to bridge this discipline, and now my PhD is on medicine fields, and I'm working aside Mariano in the building physics and energy system labs. So Mariano instead is an associate professor at University of Crete Pescara, and he teaches technical physics in the design and architecture course. So here's a small presentation from Mariano. Hope that.
Miriam, are you ready to kick off our 60-minute AI adventure for teaching?
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Mariano, and today together with Miriam, we'll explore how AI can help you craft stunning visuals, design engaging lesson plans, generate dynamic assessments, produce lessons, presentations, and quizzes. After each segment, you'll get hands-on time to experiment, ask questions, and show off what you've created. Let's dive into the world of AI for education together. Join Miriami and me as we explore how smart tools can empower teachers and spark creativity in every classroom.
Miriam, what are you most excited to try out first?
Well, at first, actually, I want to ask to, but there's the only QR code that I have to scan. I promise you, it's the only one.
Miriam, you did not attend the last lecture, did you?
Yeah.
Did you attend the last lecture? The lecture before?
Yes. That's it. For that, I'm joking. That it's the only one. Okay, some question actually replace.
Because my colleague.
Okay. There's the scan. It's working.
Yes.
Everything are here. Okay. I hope that you enjoy the coffee break. Sounds like yes. And now, as the previous professor asked, I want just the same. Yes, we already know. And did you heard about that? Did you use it at least once? You can. Okay.
Should we press whatever the engineer?
No, I have to continue my presentation. You are.
We can insert, I mean, because we're not.
Okay. Oh, sorry. It's my fault. I don't put. Well, maybe you can put the. Yes.
Any of them.
Okay. And do you use it on in your teaching work? Are you great? Sounds good. And for which type of AI? For what do you use it before? Mm-hmm.
Oh, choose only one. Can we choose only one?
Yes, the most that you. Okay, almost all for automated slide and presentation. So we come back to the to the presentation, and I was just let you know how we use the AI in our work. As most of all, actually, to write tests, to help us to write tests. I know that everyone knows ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude as the results. Maybe not everyone Perplexity or Copilot. Maybe I don't show you that because it's really common. To present, as we saw, most of you use AI for a presentation. I don't know if any one of you is confident with Gamma AI or, well, Mentimeter. We used it in the previous presentation. I'm sure that you use also Canva. Actually, I'm also in the graphic design field for many years, and I'm like hostile with Canva because I use the professional tools like Adobe Suite, but most of my colleagues use Canva, so I had to learn, because if I want to collaborate with them, I have to learn Canva. So yes, but until now I didn't do that, or maybe slides go. Also, we use, I'm sure that you use also AI for generate infographics, so to visualize the data collection, also to put in our paper. And maybe I can show you something, I don't know, maybe napkin. You are familiar with napkin?
You wait a minute, I will take a picture.
Okay, sorry, I back. But I'm sure that I'll give you the presentation you can share with, yes.
We can share it, but
I think it would be great that if you all share that presentation and send them to me, and I can share them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm going so fast to move too fast. I have to slowly. No. Okay.
You're sharing the information also later from all presenters, so
That's cool.
Okay. Maybe I can show you my napkin profile.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I give him the text of my paper, and he helped me to visualize. Maybe I don't use it to write this, because I can just use like to have some insight. Then I go to my professional tool and I can arrange. Or maybe if my colleagues then don't use the professional tool, take these drawings, these infographics, and that's it. So I think,
Text, you can ask ChatGPT, for example, to make it into bullet points, because that works even better. And then if you put it in Napkin, although it does it or by itself, it does give you many options for slides.
yes, yes,
The
yes.
text, you can show them that you have options for visualization. It's not just this option that it gives you. This is what you chose. But the same text, you can go to the left and it shows you not just that, I mean, and you can edit it, yeah. But perhaps if you delete the picture altogether, then it will give you the slide, the options on the left-hand side.
Yes.
They can see it's not just one visual, it's like 15 ways of
Yeah, yeah. You have a lot of option, different option. And these and this.
I have to work only 4 hours.
So maybe sometimes it's interest also if you just not for your works but to clarify the works of someone else.
Yeah.
You can use for to understand better the works of other people. Maybe no. Okay. So back to the presentation. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yes. Maybe bricks teachings, artifacts that you can use with Claude, and polymer, observable, table. Maybe you can.
Can you tell us a few things about polymer?
Polymer. I just knew on that. Yes, that's it, polymer. I'm just science in. Until now, maybe Mariano use it, I'm not until now. But yes, as you said, polymer help with data, to visualize data, most of all. And I think there is another tools really useful, because maybe in classroom we can make some quiz, and actually the same that we use for write test, we can use also to make quizzes. And when I ask question, almost nobody use AI for video, I saw. So there's some interesting, for example, synesthesia. Or I remember, was Basic Lab.
I don't know if you've used it before, but in synesthesia you can create your own avatar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My question is Mariano really Mariano, or was it his avatar?
We'll see. Maybe you discover in a few minutes, actually. You discover in a few minutes. Actually, Mariano, I think he's listening us, so. And I have to say that most the AI that we prefer is Notebook LM. Maybe most of you know already. And for example, you can give him, her, or I don't know, it maybe it's better, all the paper that you want, and you can ask him question. And you can ask also to make a podcast related on the content that you give him, Them, I know. So we can try to make the podcast. I just say charge. I think that needs few seconds usually. I hope the connection.
This is really useful because if you have research, if you have written a paper that you want to publish or post online and you want to spread the word, one of our colleagues, Frudakis, posted it first, and he discovered it and was so enthusiastic because he put the paper in, even if it is something very technical about computational chemistry that he does work, it simplifies the content, and then it presents the whole thing as a podcast with two people, one asks questions and the other one talks, And it's all in English. I did in my papers as well, pedagogical papers, I only found one thing that I would pick on, but then I thought, what's the point? You know? Nobody will know the difference, you know. But I mean, it's quite accurate for
Yeah.
Pedagogical. I don't know if it
I've done it also one of my papers. I'm an organic chemist, so I'm quite technical, so it was about synthesis and new synthetic methodologies. It was very accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And went into depth and yeah.
I was impressed with this, yeah.
You can choose the language, actually. All the paper that we give him now is in Italian, but then we ask to make the podcast in English.
It's fascinating, isn't it? You know, we constantly hear how AI is set to completely change
true.
education, how students learn, how they show what they know. And yet, there's this research suggesting that even with tools like ChatGPT everywhere, self-reported cheating in high schools hasn't really spiked.
Right.
Okay, let's unpack this surprising stability,
Yeah.
because it hints at something much more complex than the headlines might suggest.
That's right. This apparent contradiction, powerful AI is common, but cheating levels are kind of steady. It really makes you think about how AI is actually impacting education.
Yeah.
It suggests we need to look past the simple cause and effect assumptions.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. This isn't just about academic dishonesty. We're looking broadly at the current state of AI, focusing particularly on its influence in education and, well, related fields.
So I stop here just to give you an example. I think it's amazing. Every day I go to my work and I have 1 hour by train or by car. And maybe I have, when I take the car or the buses, I have stomach pain. So I can read my laptop or read my phone. So it's great to use time to learn and to improve my knowledge with this tool. So I hope that you can use in your work. And obviously, as the professor showed before, you can use
Show us 11 labs.
Okay.
Show people.
I think that 11 labs.
That's really
Yeah.
interesting as well.
Yes, maybe Mariano, but not me, use it, but I can log in firstly. And I think that, as we said before, most of you use it because in the Slido, maybe if you are familiar with even.
Presentation of mine, but if you don't want to do that,
No. I want to, but even labs actually.
I think it's better if they see
Yes.
how it
Works.
yeah.
Okay. I don't know why it doesn't work. Okay. Here we are. Let's discover it together, actually. So we can have also conversation and podcast. Let's see. Yes, I accept all cookies. Well, we're Dark. I'm Miriam. And okay. Now everyone's know I'm old. But okay.
I'm told I can. That's my mold.
For work. Describes the best education, maybe. Other. Okay.
So when we have those options, perhaps you can show it up.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. No.
This is a picture generated too.
Also, I think,
Yes.
right?
And an avatar and the
Yes.
Okay, because I have made some pictures and I'm.
Yes. I think it's one of the most complete, actually.
Can you use speech to text?
Speech to text. I think it's just the contrary. Voice changer, sounds effects, studio doubling, conversation. Well, actually, speech to text, there's a lot of others. Or, for example, I put things in my Dropbox, and there's a video or audio. I can ask to translate. Yes. And it's
Because I used I can't remember the name of the tool for qualitative research and to make sure that it gets down the interview. But it had so many issues that I found it easier to jot it down.
By yourself, yes. Sometimes depend on the quality of the audio and the quality of the language. Yes, could be. And in this case, also the best tools have problems. Yes, that's it.
Good that I know how to do it. I was trained before with the AI.
So maybe you can. I'm sorry that I can show you more with of 11 labs, but now with Mariano, we want to show you how he used AI in his course last semester. So, Mariano, are you there? Mariano? Maybe the back pain is...
She's on.
Oh, okay. Welcome,
Okay.
welcome, Mariano. I don't know if you want to turn on your camera, or you can leave the surprise at the end, because here's...
I don't know.
Maybe...
Perhaps, I can turn it now, perhaps.
Or maybe
Okay.
just a surprise for the end of the presentation.
Okay, at the end of the presentation. Okay, perfect.
I turn on the slide for you, right? Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So perhaps the first one, I can see your, okay, I can see your screen, so, okay. Wow. Wait a minute. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Mariano Pierantozzi. I am an associate professor in technical physics at the University of Chieti Pescara. I am a mathematician and I have been teaching physics for a few years. What brings me today is perhaps my passion on education and perhaps in educational innovation. But I am not an expert on didactics, for example. Today we... Okay, I can start.
Yes.
I don't know, but...
You see my screen?
The beginning.
Yes, motivation for integration AI. Okay.
Okay. But first of this slide, I want to... I am sorry, I can't stay with you today. I'm dealing with some personal matter. But I'd like to thank you, Miriam Dignazio, for standing in for me. Miriam is one of the smartest PhD students I ever had. That way you can enjoy our presentation much more than if I were there. We decided to integrate the artificial intelligence into my teaching. Why I decided that way? There were several key motivations. First, we wanted to boost the students' engagement and personalize the learning experience. Another is a practical motivation, because many of our students are already experimenting with artificial intelligence on their own. Instead of ignoring or banning this reality, I wanted to integrate artificial intelligence into learning process. And maybe there is a sort of paradox, because as teacher, I speak for me, I love a lot artificial intelligence, for example, for preparing lessons, quizzes, images for presentation, and so on. In the other hand, we do not want that our students use it, because we are afraid of cheating or something like that. So I wanted to solve this paradox, or deal with this paradox. So we can go from the next one. Yes. What is the design of the the activity. The topic that we were covering in the course at that time was conducting heat transfer. So instead of me lecturing all the aspects of conducting heat transfer, we decided to flip the classroom on this segment, but to flip with artificial intelligence. For example, one student might focus on natural convection, another one in the Nielsen number. Each student was assigned one subtopic. They learn with their own this subtopic using artificial intelligence as tutor. And then, after learning the material, each student had to create an education output. The key was learning by teaching. So the next one, one important aspect is that we left the freedom of choice and also the artificial intelligence tool. We did not want to restrict the students to a single. In fact, this course was for architecture and in particular for design students. So they are able to deal with a lot of instruments and perhaps also to deal with a lot of information action like me. Use any artificial intelligence tool you like. So the next one, that is after the students have created their artificial intelligence project, every student uploaded their deliverable in an online platform that was for everyone. And during the following class session, we had a collective showcase and discussion. And then the next one is that the next one slide that sorry, thanks a lot. Yes, an important part of this experiment was getting students to reflect on their experience, not only on what they learned, but how they learned with the help of artificial intelligence. In fact, we posed some questions like, what was the hardest part about learning your topic using artificial intelligence? What worked really well? How did artificial intelligence tools assist your learning? And in what ways did they complicate it? In terms of difficulties, a common theme was information validation. Several students mentioned that they were asked if an artificial intelligence, just like ChatGPT or Gemini and so on, for technical information or for an explanation of formula or derivation of formula, they weren't sure at first whether the answer was correct or reliable. And this is a problem. This is a very important problem for our students because they do not have the instruments to understand if a formula is correct or not. But for example, we have this information, but they do not have the information. And at the beginning, I did not realize this problem. On the other hand, the reflections also highlighted many students' strengths and benefits. For example, imagine was the infant and explanation. One student wrote, it was like having a tutor on call 24/7. Whatever it is, at a different explanation from the intelligence. So the next one. For this activity, I know that I don't know if is not or not. To give the 2 points simply for completing the task. The goal was to remove failing and encourage creativity. We decided to give every student 2 points simply for completing the task. In fact, we want to encourage the creativity. As I told you, these students were on architecture and on design. So, for example, the outcoming were very funny, but funny, it's not meaning trivial, but perhaps they have joined, mixed physics with humor, for example. And, this is very important, for example, for me, because I think that the process of understanding is also a personal problem. So I think that it was very good. So we decided every student 2 points. You have to finish and 2 points. Well, the next one, perfect. When I saw the students' work, I was really surprised in a good way. They made things that were more creative and clear than I told. I told. The project was, in a hand, technically correct, and in the other hand, as I told you, also very smart. We had a lot of formats, for example, infographics, podcast style debate, short animated videos, comic strip made by hand and then animated by, for example, some artificial intelligence tool. And this is now, Miriam, if you can share some of this project, but I think 10 seconds.
Ciao a tutti, sono Wilhelm Nusselt e oggi voglio parlarvi del numero di Nusselt, un parametro essenziale nel trasferimento di calore, in particolare nella convezione.
Okay.
Questo numero ha dimensionati.
This one, for example, they gave a text-to-speech to a man that is Dr. Nusselt. Himself were talking. And it's like hearing the original scientist explain on his work. Because several times in my lecture, I gave them historical news, tips. News of for example, Nusselt. I said them, Nusselt was a very smart man. He born in and so on. So they wants to see who Nusselt was. Okay, the second one, thanks a lot. Okay, this one, okay. Here students pretended to be classmates in a group chat. They asked ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and other AI tools to teach them about the Nusselt number. The result is a mock chat transcript that show how different AI tools answer some questions. Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks a lot. The third one. This is a podcast interview booth. The two voices interview each other about the Reynolds numbers. Okay, sorry, this is in Italian, but and I don't know, perhaps you cannot hear them, but that's okay. Okay.
Con l'intelligenza.
Before there's the slides and then the podcast.
Estici alle rapide di un fiume e alla fine di tubazioni, aerei, automobili.
Do you know which tool they used for this?
Perhaps a tool called, I do not remember, but I have signed all the tool they used because they have to make a relation, a sort of PhD document to. So if you want, I can share it.
Okay, later on. Okay.
I do not remember. The fourth is very interesting because some student drew heat transfer diagram by hands. This is by hands made by them, and then animated it by After Effects. They use a Gemini to generate a voiceover explanation of each drawing shown.
Maybe we can see because it's not too long. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Why there's fog on the glass? That's the point that.
Ask Jeremy, yeah.
So
what is the natural convection, for example, in these questions?
Isn't it problem of everyday life? So they combine the study, the matter of physical matter with everyday life,
yeah,
with this Gemini tool. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This one, you know, this one is very, very funny because they take a photo of me, and this is a spoiler, a photo of me, and they speak a short physics test. It feels like I am in the room talking directly to the students by the screen. Okay, so if you want to share it, it's very funny.
Okay. Ragazzi, avete mai pensato a come il calore si trasferisce nella stanza quando accendiamo il termosifone? Oggi parliamo di una cosa super interessante che si chiama numero di Nusselt, che ci aiuta a capire come il calore si sposta nell'aria grazie alla convezione.
And the last one is it's very, very nice, this one, because it's an artificial intelligence synthesized narrator that explains different physics phenomena in a documentary style.
Tutti, vi siete mai chiesti perché l'acqua scorre liscia dal rubinetto, ma quando aprite al massimo diventa tutto un caos? Ecco che entra in gioco il numero di Reynolds. Il numero di Reynolds è un parametro che ci aiuta a capire come si comporta un fluido che scorre in un determinato sistema. Immagina il flusso di acqua in un tubo. Se l'acqua scorre lentamente avremo un flusso laminare, quindi gli strati del liquido è usato in ingegneria per progettare tubi, pompe e sistemi di ventilazione. In aerodinamica aiuta a capire la resistenza dell'aria ai veicoli più aerodinamici e in medicina viene utilizzato per.
So that's combined video and photos, right?
Okay, so now I want to show you, I have just finished, but only 2 slides, the student survey responses, because we take a survey to understand something on their experience. For example, the first one, 85% of respondents reports that artificial intelligence quite a lot, helped them quite a lot, 28%, that improved their understanding of the material compared with the traditional methods. The second one, 79% of students said that artificial intelligence reduces the time. And finally, overall satisfaction was very high because 24 choose level 4, 16 level 5, and so on. So the last one is the conclusion. I think that artificial intelligence in our classroom was a sort of success. The students were more involved, more creative, and they learned the material more deeply. But, okay, perhaps you have understand that I am an artificial intelligence enthusiast, but I know the problems. I know very well the problems behind the artificial intelligence. For example, in the next year, with the help of Miriam, I want to show them also the ethical problem of artificial intelligence. Next time, we want to give students a short tutorial on artificial intelligence basis, or a prompt engineer baseline to use and improve this method for our future classes. And we want also to encourage a lot of teachers to make this kind of experimentation. And so thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your understanding. I am so sorry to not stay with you, but perhaps in the next future we can meet each other.
Mariano, maybe it's the right time to show you.
Show me, yes.
If it's the first one face in the video of the second one in the slides, so maybe. So it's the second one.
It's me. It's me. I'm not so young, just like in the video. I do not want to upset you, but you know, I am Mariano.
Thank you, Mariano. Thank you so much. Now I have to ask to you to scan the code. It's the same code of before, so maybe you still have on your phone. Before to finish, just 5 minutes exercise. Take your time to reply to this suggestion. Maybe I put some music just to relax, maybe. No stress. But maybe more, not too much relaxing. I used to float.
In the morning when I wake and the sun is coming through, boy, you fill my lungs with sweetness, and you fill my head with you. Shall I ride it? Can I be close to you? Can I be close to you?
Okay. Maybe almost all, everyone has replied. So, okay, cognitive load management, like the previous. So, like a tool that could make an old historical period alive again, not only as a AI video created by historical photos, but as a movie where historical sources could be spoken, words by the real avatars on person that really told them. Sounds really interesting. Then someone wants a tool that would make online course and would make sure that students are studying all materials, so to check them. And someone want to personalize the body meter, what I eat and sleep and exercise, so I feel energetic. So that's the one step more than this device. Who wants this? Oh, there's no. Who wants the personalized body meter? Okay. Sounds good. Someone wants to be helped to basic home activity. Well, some robots have. I have some robots in my house that help me with, but. Tool that explain things better than the lecturer and adapts to the capability of the students, yes, can be helpful. Be more like human, domain-specific ones. And the tool to integrate both sides of the brain when design new innovative solution. Wow, who was this developer? Okay, really interesting. So, thank you. And now, I want just to ask this question. So, on a scale from caveman to AI guru, where do you stand now after this? So it's nice to know that the curiosity is still there and we are not afraid, but we want to discover more and more. And I want to ask you which emoji best sums up our vibe after the end of this session before lunch, maybe, or the other presentation, right? One more, okay. So just to connect with some concern that Mariano said in the end of this presentation, because we know that we have to still curious about that, but we have to have our open eye. Okay. So we are not too much afraid to become addicted on it. So I want to thank you for the patience, and thank you also for all the inspiring insight that you bring in the previous presentation. And yes, we'll keep in touch. I'll give you all the presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody have a question?
I was thinking about the copyrights when they were doing the students were doing the videos about some professor picture. So how do you deal with that?
Well, actually, I think that if they find the photo on the website, maybe there's no. I don't know. Actually, we don't go deep on that, but maybe we have to take in account, maybe to be careful with this matter. Actually. I don't know, but because maybe if we give them the photos, they are allowed to use it in. But yes, maybe students sometimes that don't use it in the right way. We can imagine that maybe they can do something funny, but not appropriate sometimes.
And when the students were doing their presentation, did the the teacher check that all the information are correct?
Yes, yes, yes. It's in the case of the last semester and then the Mariano exercise, they check it, yes. And
it's kind of dangerous if there isn't a checking between they present to other students who learn incorrectly.
Yes, and no. We check, and the point that we give them is correlated also with if the information that they used are good. So if the lesson that they create is correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very inspiring.
Was the course focusing on bachelor level or?
Bachelor level, yes. It's a bachelor level in architecture field.
Have you thought of using this to master's level and grading would be A to F, and what would be the difference? Or?
Yes, actually this was the first time that we used it, and it was an experiment because, well, we teach also technical physics to engineer students, and with them we are not tried with them, for example. So we start with architecture because we know that are more open and quite a bit familiar with creativity stuff. So we want to improve the system for the next year and also try it with the master students. Thank you for the suggestion.
But the reason I asked is because with the master's level and when the grade becomes A to F, it becomes really tricky how to grade these products. And I wondered if you found any flaws or how can you improve for it. But if that's the next stage.
Yes.
Okay, she's correct. You have to distinguish. I mean, there are always very good students, some are not so good, but if they're all receiving the same grades, it's kind of difficult to distinguish. I would have had a question to, what was the name for Professor Mariano?
Yes, maybe we can call it again. If
it's not very important, but I was asking myself, for example, the topic of heat transfer. I mean, he made subtopics of it, but all these subtopics were built up on each other. So you need to have the basics to understand the next step. So I was wondering how he did that. So I think that is quite difficult to give the students subtopics which they can right away work on.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't help him with the course. Another colleague helped him, so I can't give you some answer about that. But yes, we have to understand more about that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes I think that we have sort of like a new world ahead of us. So let's be curious, critical explorers with AI.
And unfortunately, we still need puppies and some human that helps and solve problems that AI maybe is not the solution for our problem. So just thank you, Puppy, again.
Everybody should have a puppy.
Yes.